Five, four, three, two, one. We are live. So, as always, hello and welcome to the State of the Empire for the 2nd of November 2019. On behalf of everybody living in a northern state, I hate this month and probably the next two or three that follow. The temperature can piss off. As always, I'd like to thank all of you who chose to show up today. I'd like to start by welcoming our newest set of members who have been accepted on the website, and that will include Dasuka, Trabsmith, Piersic, Average Weeb, Spark Energy, Sparky666. I don't know why, but that's what they went with. And that'll actually do it. We haven't been pushing hard on recruitment the past 2 weeks. I've personally been busy with a lot of other things, you know, playing the job market game. I know Frodo has been rather busy with the Navy, and I think everybody's been kind of in a lull and just absorbing all the new people that we got who came in before we go on another wave of recruitment. Last week we didn't have the meeting as there was basically nothing to get into, and I was desperately sleep deprived, apparently. That being said, the only thing standing in the way of getting the Subscribe Star fully up and running, I want to take some polling and get some opinions on what people think are good things to put up there, some sort of ideas for, you know, benefits we can offer those who are willing to make a monthly donation to keep things running around here and to get the finance going. And then I am going to start looking into possible shirt designs. If anybody would like a shirt that says "Damn it, Livid," we can discuss it. I think that'd be a great
I'm
shirt
already
to
in
get.
on that one.
Maybe a hat. Could you imagine a hat that just says "Damn it, Livid"?
Yep, and then a T-shirt that says Clytor noises.
Yep.
I can
So
dig it.
we certainly have a few ideas for shirt designs to put out there. If anybody is interested in some Kaldaran merchandise, personally, I think I need a mug, a big one. Beyond that, I don't have a whole lot to announce tonight. Like I said, the only thing standing in the way on the Subscribe Star, and I'll probably set up just a basic direct, give what you can PayPal as well for good measure. We're going to be working on getting the next seasonal tournament going very soon. We need to compile the list of this is absolutely broken in PvP and shouldn't be allowed to exist weapons. So, your absolute meta weapons that are just ridiculously unfair to anybody who doesn't have them because of RNG, for example. Beyond that, as always, I'd like to open the floor to any feedback. I notice we still have probably three of our most vocal people, for some reason, have not configured their push to talk, despite them being here long enough to know how this works every week.
Just because I've been here long enough doesn't mean they're not stupid.
Well, friendly hazing aside,
Oh,
I will say we've probably hemorrhaged a few members in the past couple of days. Kind of weeding out the I was here for the start of what do you call it? Shadowkeep, but got bored. Probably a
and
chunk of new
left.
lights and just generally people who were active for a couple days and then got bored with the game as a whole. And that's fine. And there may even be a few of those who have stuck around on the off chance that we find another common interest. Also, a good thing. We do need to start looking at more things to do. I'm happy to announce that we will be putting a presence into Star Citizen. I have had the game for quite some time. I know Frodo has the game when he decides to get a computer that will run it properly.
Yep, I'll definitely be on it.
And I'd
Because
like
the game.
to get as many people as we can recruited into the game, get us a nice big capital ship when they're fully implemented. And just imagine having 20 or 50 people crewing a ship. Imagine how fun that's going to be. Imagine the number of pirates we can kill. So, that, and we can have Sparky go on an EVA trip to clean the starboard bow.
Say
Oh,
what
good
now?
lord.
Womp womp. So, as I've said, I really don't have a whole lot to talk about this week. Mostly just been focusing on getting some things sorted out. I got my printer working again. I got a few resumes put out. In the next day or two, I'm going to be heading off another one. Had to complete a video interview for AT&T, so I've got a lot of job stuff clicking around right now and getting that sorted out, which is why I haven't been here as much. And I took a little week or two break from Destiny personally, and just played some Stellaris, played some Star Citizen, played some Star Trek Online for crying out loud. Don't ask me why, I just felt like firing it up.
Yeah, I ain't gonna judge.
So, does anybody else have other games that they've been interested in?
And dear God, if you say Modern Warfare, I'm gonna cock slap someone.
Yeah, we're not expanding onto anything Blizzard related until they get their head out of their ass.
Oh, that's gonna be a while.
I'm sure they love that Chicom money.
As far as games are concerned, not that I can think of. I know while we were talking about this now, for some reason I've gotten the urge to fire up the old Minecraft and play some Minecraft.
So I'm not alone in that feeling.
I could go for a game of that after we're done here.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, we do have our own Minecraft server.
Yup.
Uh, Everyone should have access to said channel, and the IP should be ready and available.
Yeah, that one's not gated behind roles or anything. There was no point to do so.
Speaking of games, that because I did see Deadpool playing it earlier or early this week. Um, Maybe a possible playing into Terraria or Starbound for any of those who might be interested.
I never could get into Terraria. It just something about it didn't flow right with me.
No, I agree. It wasn't my cup of tea either, but uh, I did remember that little bit.
I think I've seen a couple people poking around 7 Days to Die lately.
Yep, that would be another one I'd be willing to hop back into for a little bit.
We've got one
If
schmuck who thinks it's funny to play League of Legends. What a
you know
joker.
what, you know what, to each their own.
I'm gonna take a quick look down the list and see what people are doing.
Hmm.
Somebody's unironically playing Fallout 76. Whew. Oh, that hurts. That hurts on so many levels.
I
Yeah,
don't know how to feel about that.
Playing Fallout 76. What's wrong with you? Several people are on the Outer Worlds because it's the new release, and
I can understand that.
yup. Hopefully they're doing it through the Game Pass or through the Xbox Store, not some epic garbage.
I am seeing someone has fired up Spiral Knights. There's a title.
Behave. Oh god, another one on League. There's a bunch of people playing Call of Duty, of course.
I'm not surprised there. Someone's.
Shocker.
Hey, I've been hearing good things about this Modern Warfare, so don't diss it.
I've heard mixed.
I've mostly
He's
heard good on it, interestingly enough. I'm waiting for a few months because what they usually do, they did this with the last one, is they go, "We're not going to do loot boxes this time, guys, we promise." And then it gets a bunch of positive reviews when it comes out, and then the review cycle ends, and 6 months later, they patch the game full of loot box mechanics that are even worse than what you expected. Activision's getting sneaky about it. I mean, as sneaky as these corporate entities can be, we can just observe what they're doing. Let's see. Looks like we got a couple people playing as Star Citizen.
Yeah, for you people wondering about Star Citizen, well, I love the concept of the game, but it does require
Well, it's an alpha,
yeah.
but it's
It, as,
much. You haven't experienced what it's like now. Most of the core stuff is actually there and functioning. There's missions. The patches are adding more missions and more things to do.
yep.
Cyforce, welcome to the State of the Empire. I'd like to remind you that push to talk is currently being enforced, so you might want to situate that.
See someone playing Counter Strike. Not my cup of tea, but it's still better than League of
Hello.
Legends.
Absolutely.
Uh,
We're gonna go ahead and stop there because I've gone down the list and nothing is jumping out at me.
no, most of our guys are playing Destiny too.
Destiny, a little bit of various Tom Clancy games, some League,
Speaking
faggotry.
of which,
Livid's
that's
doing Smite because reasons,
because damn it, Livid.
basically. So,
Speaking of Tom Clancy, I gotta buy that later.
hush. Do we have anybody who'd like to say anything while you have the floor?
Well, I know there was that topic we had, what was it, Thursday or Friday, about possibly expanding into consoles.
Yes, that's right. So,
Can someone me up on that talk?
This was in our officers
we
chat. So
haven't said much beyond expressing the interest so far.
To be honest, if we were to go to consoles, if I had the room, I wouldn't mind buying a console just to help on the console sides.
I appreciate
Because
that, my guy.
I still have friends who play consoles, so I would be playing with some old friends, but also recruiting on console at the same time.
So that's the thing is the interest is not so much in sending several officers over to start trying to recruit on console so much as it is finding out people who have a presence or have friends on consoles and allowing them to potentially start representing Kaldara there as well. Because as it stands, we do have some people who want to recruit people into the group, but those people primarily or exclusively play on console.
I got no issues against consoles, but primarily or exclusively play on consoles. Oh dear lord.
That's
However,
cancer.
one of the major things about Kaldara is we do want to be open to letting you bring your friends in
Mm-hmm.
to create that larger extended friend group. So we will be. The idea of expanding into consoles has always been kind of sitting on our back burner. It's a matter of how we're going to handle it, given that the website and the Discord are kind of the primary presence here, and part of what sets this apart from just being, for
Another
example,
clan.
a bunch of guys on Xbox Live who all set their name to be similar in some stupid gimmick of the week, and then spend $10 a month later to do it again.
People actually do that.
It's interesting to
You'd be
watch.
surprised.
Xbox is a strange and foreign place. PlayStation's even worse. Nintendo is handicapped.
Severely hand.
That's
their,
the way to put
their
it.
social features are literally just crippled.
Yeah. Now I do know that Xbox does have a Discord app on it. Now it's very. Last I checked, it was extremely fucking primitive. Like I can look into the Discord. I can even send messages into the Discord. However, I can't join a chat room or a voice channel, I should say.
Interesting. Wonder if
Yes.
they fixed that.
I'll take a look at it here in a minute.
Well, we'll save that for later. But something worthy of note.
Mhm.
Um, so yes,
So
we will be certainly welcoming advice from those who maybe are interested in consoles and figuring out how we want to handle that. Maybe I gotta figure.
what?
I gotta figure out how we would organize legions around that as well.
I guess that would have to come down depending on the base of the game.
Yeah.
Destiny, it shouldn't be. It's the same, literally the same mechanics.
Well, right, I
So
get that. I'm just thinking, would we create a separate one for the console, just for the sake of if you primarily play on console or you don't have a PC account, you know, get into this legion for the basis of, because you don't want to have, let's say, the first legion or the second legion half full of PC players and half full of console players. That way you hop on and you can't even really play with each other.
right,
So I don't think that
Well,
just intermixing
still
them
not a
is the
thing.
way to go. So it may be that we have to start founding additional console legions in certain games. But again, I don't want to get caught up on just Destiny forever either.
right. At least, with certain games, Halo would still be definitely one of those that we could expand into.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh,
If they
absolutely.
would get off their ass and get it out.
I know. Speaking of which, it's beautiful.
Shut your dirty dick garage.
I regret nothing.
Oh, you gonna regret the size of my goddamn boot in your ass. I'll go get a goddamn Space Marine boot.
Oof.
Oh dear.
Maybe I'll get a Chaos Space Marine boot just so it's extra spiky.
Yeah, you see, I don't want that heresy anywhere near me.
Well, you know, shut your goddamn heretical mouth then. You don't
Uh,
speak no heresy, there won't be no heresy.
Ugh. Anyways,
So, that being said, I would also like to announce that Jericho is being promoted to E4. He's been a constant help for the 2nd Legion and a rather active person who has helped to kind of engage and show that he doesn't just want to be here just to play games, but that he enjoys the community. He's kind of vibing with the identity, so to speak. He's stepping up. He's doing all the right things. He wants to be here. He wants to participate. So he's been made an admin in the 2nd Legion and has been promoted to E4. So congratulations to Jericho are in order.
Congratulations, buddy.
I
don't think
have
he's here.
not received any further recommendations for promotion, I believe.
Yeah, I'm looking at a couple names. There's a couple of people that I may give recommendations after the meeting.
The fourth is still considerably not very active, so no one really stands out at the moment. That's just my 2 cents on it.
I see Pastici is pretty much your active guy. Pastici and sometimes Barmy. I think are your two active guys.
We get Kuro and Balin at times. I wouldn't call it consistent, but such is life.
Right. I'm going down your list. I'm going down the list and seeing what names I'm constantly seeing in chat that isn't you and
So,
Warhead.
if nobody immediately comes to mind, we can go ahead and call it there, and we'll review the list as we have time. Frodo, how's this weekend looking for you?
This weekend right now is currently free.
So we'll take some time probably tomorrow and go down some lists and send some messages and see if there's anybody else who we think is stepped up enough to justify further advancement. Obviously, you and I will be going on a recruiting spree tomorrow, I believe.
Mm-hmm. I'll probably do some tonight as well.
Quite possibly. But I like to only bring up what we're kind of committing to.
Yep,
And
no,
then we
I
end
hear
up
you.
throwing more in when nobody's looking anyway. You all better appreciate what we do for you. I'm kidding. But, with that being the case, I'd say we're 20 minutes in. Did anyone else have anything they'd like to bring? Any questions, comments, concerns, feedback, recommendations for games that we could try out as a group? Anything that you've had your eye on? Now is the time. The floor is open to you.
Yeah, we're not
All
gonna
right.
let. Okay, go ahead, Mikey.
Earlier today, I was over at OP Jade Helm 19, so I'm currently working on my debriefing report for you as far as the operation went. Other than that, I can't think of anything. Airsoft, Milsim.
No.
Wasn't Jade Helm that thing everybody thought was a big conspiracy about how they were about to enact martial law in the United States?
In the scenario that we were doing today, which
It
has
was.
gone on since
Sorry, Colton.
2016, I think. It was the UN was invading the US and was inflicting martial law. We were shooting civilians on site today.
Wait, so were you the UN?
The guy I'm going with to Operation Northern Watch in December was on the UN team. So yes, I had to play with him so this way we could get better acquainted with our skills on the field, so that we'd perform better at Northern Watch, because Northern Watch is going to have 450 players, and it's going to be fucking lunacy. There's going to be helicopters, tanks, the whole shebang.
Damn.
I'm disappointed that you got stuck on the disgusting ass UN side.
We also lost. We were severely outnumbered, and pretty much half our team gave up the second we lost one of our objectives.
Let's be honest, that's basically what would happen anywhere the UN goes.
Yeah, it was a real
What an
UN showing today.
ineffectual... Oh god, what an ineffectual fighting force those blue helmet fuckers are.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Alright. Speaking of which, I did send you a copy of the logo so that you can try to work with that to maybe work on a patch or a seal or something. I haven't forgotten. That's actually
All right.
in your DMs
Yeah, I
now.
saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Thank you very much
Figured
for
I'd
that.
head
I'm
that
going to
off
get
before
started
you
on that.
whined about it again tonight.
Because
you plan to.
no, actually, I wasn't going to. I actually going to have a status update in this debrief for you. But I talked to a guy and I found the lowest minimum I think I can find is like 25 minimum. So if you and Drew want one, I will send you guys one. I'm pretty sure I can just mail them for like the cost of 2 stamps.
Yeah, I can't imagine they'd be expensive to ship.
Nope.
Mail, same difference.
But of course, I want final approval on the patch design before I decide to go ahead and get them
Yeah,
made.
no,
So.
get me whatever you do mock up, and send it back, and then I'll see if we got a couple guys in here who have some. I know we have a few people in the group with at least a slight background in graphic design that might be able to spruce things up further once we have a basic idea down.
All right, good deal. Good deal.
That being said, Did anyone else have anything to add today?
Any games that you want to play?
Not really.
10 out of 10. Great talk.
Would talk again. IGN.
IGN 2 out of 10. Too much water.
99 tomatoes.
All right, so I would say if nobody has any further concerns to bring up, we don't have too much to announce right now. That would probably about do it. So, I'd like to thank everybody who chose to attend the meeting this evening. And long live the Empire.